The school year is drawing to a close, and this is the time of year that parents are enrolling their children in summer camps. When it comes to choosing the right camp, we want to protect our kids and our rights. And here with some tips is attorney Gary Jodat of the Jodat Law Group. Oh my goodness, I see you on TV, I see you on billboards. Who's
He's
that?
everywhere.
Jodat! I love that spot.
I didn't expect that, thank you.
Summer camp. I have grandkids. They have all these releases and waivers. What's that all about?
Well, that's what happens. You go into summer camp and you're signing your kid up, and they give this package to you. And it's like, okay, all these papers that I have to sign. And people like to sign them. They just sign them and they don't read them. And what happens is they're giving away their rights. The parent comes in and the camp says, sign this waiver. And then the parent reads it and they sign it. But what's happening is they're telling the summer camp, you're not responsible for my kid. And who wants that? Because you're expecting that the child goes to summer camp and they're going to treat your kid like they treat you.
And now you've highlighted some things on this release. What does that say?
Well, first of all, you're waiving your rights as a parent. And when you waive your rights as a parent, that's just not a good thing. And not only are you waiving your rights if the summer camp injures your child, you would expect to be able to go to the summer camp and say, please reimburse me for these expenses.
Yeah.
But they're saying, no, that's not going to happen. And number two, they're going to ask you to indemnify them. Now, that's kind of a legal word.
Yeah.
But indemnification means that you as the parent could actually be responsible for that summer camp's legal fees. So if you decide you want to sue the summer camp or go after the summer camp, they're going to say to you, well, okay, but you're going to have to pay my legal fees. It doesn't sound right.
No, can they enforce that?
Well, that's a good question. The Supreme Court has recently said that a summer camp or any enterprise that's involved with a commercial activity cannot have a parent waive the rights that the child would have to go after them to collect for damages. Let me give you an example of one of these situations. Let's say that your kid is going to a gymnastics camp. And this gymnastics camp, they have a spotter, and the child is hanging off some monkey bars, and the spotter is supposed to be there to protect them. And next thing you know, the spotter is, he has Google eyes for this other camp counselor. Or he's texting, and the child falls and breaks her leg. Well, that's a bad thing. Again, you'd want to be compensated for that. So what's happened is the Supreme Court and the legislature in Florida has decided that, hey, this can't happen. We cannot waive a parent's rights to a child.
And
so this is a good release, right?
So there's an approved release, and that approved release is the one that the legislature wrote. However, there is an exception in that release, and that exception is for inherent dangers.
What does inherent mean?
Well, I'm better off giving you an example of what an inherent risk or danger is. Let's say that your son, let's call him Ryan, and Ryan has gone to summer camp to learn how to use a zap board, for example. So he's paddling along on that zap board, and all of a sudden, a fin breaks the surface.
That won't be good at all.
And chomp.
Goodbye, Ryan.
Or a leg.
Well, maybe Ryan got injured, okay? So that's an inherent danger. Now, what's going to happen is the summer camp's going to say, well, you can't prevent against shocks. Of course, we would take the other side and we'd investigate it because maybe there's a lot of shark bites on that beach. So we would try to take it out of being an inherent danger.
Well, so what should a parent do if we've got kids going off to camp?
You want to check out the camp. It should be a safe environment. Is it clean? Does it look safe? Is the equipment rusted and broken looking? But most important, talk to the camp counselors because the camp counselors have to be properly vetted. And if they're not experienced, it's a bad situation. Have fun at summer camp and protect your kids.
And Ryan, look out for that shark. JodatLawGroup.com. Who's that? Jodat! Thank you so much. And we'll be right back with Bobette's birthday.
Happy birthday.